Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some very exciting news for the future of Star Wars games. Probably the best news we've had for quite a while. And first of all, apologies for being a little bit late on the ball on this news. I was completely busy last night when this dropped, and I was a bit shocked when I checked my phone after a few hours and had all the notifications about these news. So most of you have probably already heard about it, but I'm gonna try to cover all the details in this video. So what am I talking about if you somehow missed it the last 24 hours? Well, the license for Star Wars games have now been opened up to everyone. With Lucasfilm Games' recent rebrand, they're now opening up so that other publishers are able to actually work with the Star Wars license. First of all, announcing that Ubisoft will actually be creating an open world Star Wars game. This title is still in very early process, but it's going to be made by Massive Entertainment, the creators of The Division 1 and 2, and Julian Garrity, the director of The Division 2 and the crew, will serve as the game's creative director. And the game will also be using Massive's Snowdrop engine. But beyond that, Lucasfilm Games hasn't really revealed anything about the characters or settings within the Star Wars universe that the game will feature. But this is just massive news because it really opens it up for everyone to create Star Wars games. But something that I also want to clarify here is that EA are not losing the license to create Star Wars games, but they tweeted the following saying, "We love Star Wars, we look forward to continuing our partnership with Lucasfilm Games. We're making more Star Wars games, BD1 is still the cutest." So basically hinting towards a Fallen Order 2. And in the official article they go on to say the following about their partnership with EA. "Electronic Arts will too play a big role in the future of Star Wars gaming. We're really proud of the games we have created with EA," Riley says. "We will continue working with them and our relationship has never been stronger. While we may not have a lot of details to share at the moment, we've got a number of projects underway with the talented teams at EA." Again, reiterating that they seem to be working on multiple games within EA for the Star Wars universe. The only one we pretty much know about is Fallen Order 2. It's still not completely officially confirmed, but all the hints such as today, as well as of course the inside sources saying that they're working on a new Fallen Order game, points towards a Fallen Order game being in the works. And I think that makes a lot of sense after the success of the first one. But they are obviously working on other Star Wars projects as well. Please, I really want something for Battlefront. We don't know yet if there's gonna be a Battlefront 3, a Battlefront 2 overhaul or anything like that. My hopes are still a bit slim for that, but again, it is so good to see that both EA obviously are working on more Star Wars games, but that they're opening up the license for other publishers. I think this came as a bit of a shock considering that the license was supposed to be exclusive for 10 years until 2023, but somehow they seem to already have opened it up. And I think this is probably the best way they could have gone about it, because as much as EA had a lot of struggles the first half of the license, and obviously with the launch of Battlefront 2, the loot boxes and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people wanted them to lose the license altogether. But they have put out some really good stuff. Fallen Order was amazing, Star Wars Squadrons was exactly what everyone wanted for a flying game, and Battlefront 2 turned out to be an amazing game after all the post-launch content. And I think most of us want more of that, but we want more than just that, if that makes sense. We want more Star Wars games, simply put. So the fact that both EA and Ubisoft and maybe some other publishers in the future are able to work with the Star Wars license is just 100% good. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Exclusivity just isn't good, but of course you can't have like 20 different Star Wars projects at once. That would just mean the quality would be drained down. But having huge studios and publishers such as Ubisoft and EA working on Star Wars, that's all good in my opinion, and I'm very excited to see if they will be announcing more projects in 2021. Just overall now with the Lucasfilm Games branding, they seem to have a big vision for the future of Star Wars games. The title of the actual article was called "Lucasfilm Games Hits Lightspeed Toward the Future." Also saying that they've got a lot of stuff they're ready to start sharing with fans. And that they've been working quietly behind the scenes for a while now, waiting for this moment. And it seems like Lucasfilm Games are basically not going to be creating the games themselves, but their job is working with the developers to shape the stories, shape the creative, shape the games, to make sure that they get the best out of the IP. And I think that's probably the best they can do. There are already so many good studios and publishers that it's better if Lucasfilm has a smaller team that kind of oversees all those projects and make sure that they fit together with the story and so on. Overall, this really brings me a lot of hope for the future of Star Wars gaming. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for all things Star Wars gaming. I know I've got Battlefront in the name, but I equally cover all Star Wars games, and maybe we'll see a future announcement regarding some type of Battlefront game. I'd love to have that. That would just make the future of Star Wars games perfect, in my opinion. But I'm so excited for any Star Wars game, really, and I will be covering them all here on the channel. But that brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.